Hi, I'm Dr. Rahman. Just today, there was a notice that the husband of the Black woman who died at Cedars-Sinai Hospital 12 hours after having a cesarean section is now suing the medical center, stating that his wife died as a result of racism, inherent racism at the medical center. His wife had internal bleeding and essentially bled to death. And during that 12 hours postpartum, the husband relays a story of seeking care for his wife and pretty much being dismissed. And when they finally paid attention to what was going on, she had essentially bled to death, and there was nothing that they could do. So he's suing them, saying that he has no doubt in his mind that if his wife had been white, she would have received the care that she needed and that she would be alive today, able to take care of their two children. And this is a very sad story, and this trial is set to begin next week. But what I found interesting in the article about this was that there was a Black OBGYN from the medical center who stated that she basically had to live with racism and that she experienced it and saw that Black patients weren't receiving the same care as whites. And the second person in the article was a Black surgical technician who said that whenever she sees a Black person in the operating room, she says an extra special prayer for them because she knows that there's racism inherent, rampant in the operating room. So I am an OBGYN. I have been in the OR. I have delivered patients. And it's not the obvious things necessarily that show you that people aren't receiving the same care. It's the little things, the subtle things, the she can wait, they won't know, that's the way they are kind of attitude, which makes it very interesting for Black healthcare professionals because, as the OBGYN stated, she lives with it. She herself experiences it, and she sees it happen to other Black patients and other Black doctors. I mean, no Black person is immune to racism. So she sees it, and so Black healthcare professionals like the OBGYN and the surgical OR tech are explaining how they're really caught in the middle, victims and also witnesses to racism that is inherent in the healthcare system. So the good news is that as more Blacks become healthcare professionals, there will be strength in numbers, and we will be able to identify and call out racism wherever it rears its ugly head. And the surgical tech had said that although she sees it, she's afraid to speak up about it. And I'm saying the day is coming, the day is here. And we see it with these two, where people are speaking out, pointing out inherent racism so that we are all aware and we can make the necessary changes. Take care. This is Dr. Rahman.